Pokemon come in many forms. Big, small, cute, ugly, useful, useless, forgettable, unforgettable. They may all come under the one banner of Pokemon, but let's be real here. There is no way they all come equal. There isn't a single person on the planet whose favourite Pokemon is Maractus, and if you say there is, you're a liar. Same goes for Luminion and all those other Nemo knockoffs. There are, however, Pokemon that are exceptions to the rule. The tippy top of the Pokemon universe. Those Pokemon that no matter who you are, have to have an appreciation for. Very few actually make it into this upper echelon. We have the Charizards, the Suicunes, Tyrannitars even, the Starmies? Okay, maybe that one's just me, but you get my point. There are Pokemon that are a cut above the rest. However, there is one Pokemon that is unanimously loved by almost everyone on the planet. Lugia. The diving Pokemon Lugia first made its appearance in the second movie. It quickly became one of the most popular Pokemon ever. I know personally, Lugia has always been one of my favourites. His design is sick, it's literally just a massive water dragon that can speak. What child wouldn't want one of those?
Hello, it's me, Lugia. Make sure to subscribe to the channel!
Okay, so I'm recording this while editing this video, and I just wanted to apologise for that absolutely terrible Mario edit I did. I found this really terrible Mario voice online, and I just had to use it. So I just wanted to apologise for the absolutely abysmal Mario impression. Okay, back to the video. Not just that, but the fact that Lugia has such a large presence in both the manga and recurring sequences in the anime and movies leaves a lasting impression of this incredible Pokemon. What a lot of people don't seem to realise is that Lugia's creation is somewhat out of the ordinary when compared to the rest of the powerful little monsters. You see, Lugia wasn't originally created for the games. Though most people probably recognise it as the face of Pokemon Silver, the creator of the now infamous Pokemon was actually the original writer for the anime and movies, Takeshi Shudo. After the huge success of the original Pokemon movie, yes, the one where Mewtwo somehow becomes the wisest being on Earth, Shudo was given a lot of creative control over the subsequent movie. Using his newfound power, Shudo created Lugia with its only purpose being to feature in the Pokemon 2000 movie. I've done my best to find any other Pokemon that this was the case for, and honestly, I cannot find any other that wasn't originally created for the games. If you know of any other unique Pokemon origins, please let me know. Though Shudo is known as the sole creator of this incredible Pokemon, it was actually a majority vote made by the office while working on the movie that came to the final decision on the name. Due to the word Lugia not having direct Japanese translation, it is heavily speculated that its origins stem from the Latin word Lugio, which means laying dormant. This is a pretty fitting name considering the circumstances in which we find Lugia in the movie. Sadly, Shudo passed away in 2010. However, through translations of his own personal blog, we can get an insight into how he felt about the Pokemon he created. One thing that stands out, he expressed his frustration quite openly over the use of a male voice for Lugia. Despite seeing it as both female and male, Shudo saw his creation as more of a maternal figure and felt the choice of a male voice was the incorrect decision. I won't go too deep into Shudo's personal feelings towards the Pokemon Company or Lugia as a whole, but it should be known that he wanted Lugia to remain exclusive to the 2000 movie, and for it not to feature in any games at all. This is actually incredibly ironic because Lugia is also unique in the fact that it is one of, if not the only Pokemon to have an entire spin-off game based around it. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness follows on from the unconventional story of Pokemon Colosseum. With it, it brings along a boatload of new shadow Pokemon to snag from their owners, including possibly one of the most famous alternate forms in all of Pokemon, Shadow Lugia. I honest to God remember practically wetting myself at the sight of this when I was 7 years old. It was basically just Lugia, but with a black colour scheme and glowing red eyes. God, it went so hard. The key thing here is that no Pokemon has had this treatment. There are obviously different appearances in form of shinies from other popular Pokemon and such within the anime and games as well, but this level of focus on one individual Pokemon is unheard of for the entire franchise as a whole. Both Pokemon Colosseum and Gale of Darkness are incredible games in their own right, and I may do a video on them down the line, but for the purpose of what they bring to Lugia's legacy, they do more than just give it a cool colour change. By giving Lugia platforms such as its own movie, its own game, and even its own form, the Pokemon Company basically streamlined Lugia to success. There are very few Pokemon between the years of 1999 and 2005 that had the same level of exposure Lugia did. With games like Silver, Crystal, and Gale of Darkness, they kept Lugia relevant. Even with games that Lugia wasn't readily available in, you could often get it via Nintendo events. I know people will say, yeah, but this is the case for a lot of legendary Pokemon. Yes, this may be true, but you can't argue that Lugia is far more popular in Ho-Oh, a Pokemon that was released as a direct counterpart to Lugia. Why isn't Ho-Oh on the cover of its own game? Or why doesn't it have its own movie? Because Lugia was handcrafted to be popular. It was created to appeal to the fans. Nintendo and Shudo knew exactly what they were doing when the idea for Lugia was born. Out with the mascot Pokemon like Pikachu, I can't think of any Pokemon in the history of the franchise that has been put in the spotlight like Lugia has been. For better or worse, Lugia was created for the fans, and if Nintendo did anything right over the past 26 years, it was this. Lugia has and always will be one of Pokemon fans' favourites, and I don't think at this point anything could change that. Once again, I want to say a big thank you to all the people that took the time to check out the previous videos I've made, and for those that took the time to leave a comment, it is much appreciated. I will always do my best to reply. If you made it this far, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more Pokemon content like this.